I had a mental health crisis last year. I don't know how many will watch this, but I figure I need to let it out. Between schoolwork, grad school application, personal image issues, and dealing with my own disability, my mental state has reached a boiling point and makes me think of ending myself. So, a little less known fact about me: I am autistic and suffer from this disability called Tourette syndrome. It's a condition where I sometimes uncontrollably blurt out noises, swear words, or have motion twitches. These are called tics. When I was small, I was bullied a lot for it and even punished by my parents and teachers until we finally got an official diagnosis at around grade 9. My life got better around grade 10 when I got medication for it, and my social skill improved. Then, during COVID era, when we basically had zero social interaction, and that had worsened my tics. Somehow, the wiring in my brain started causing me to blurt out more severe slurs, such as nigger or fat. When I go back to in-person classes, I was gravely afraid I'll be apprehended for it. Luckily, many are understanding, especially after I explain it to them. But deep down, I know I must not expect everyone to be so accommodating. Now, at the same time, I notice my autism sensory issues has also evolved. I'm able to predict that I will be triggered by the tics of another person with Tourette syndrome. Now, how could I tell them to get away from me when I ask everyone to accommodate me? Right, thus, I'm basically a hypocrite and a self-discriminating ableist. This has caused me to close off myself as I assume everyone will eventually hate me or had already hate me. I had to live with the pain every day knowing I would never be normal, and also I'm ugly and autistic and not likable. Parallel to this was my fixation on being the perfect student. Growing up as a twice exceptional kid, which is slightly gifted but autistic, I was the kinda okay academically but very rowdy kid. Lots of teachers and peers hated me since I was so different. As I find my math and science classes in school very boring, I resented my parents for not giving me a private tutor to advanced topics and let me have a special gifted kids treatment. Now, when I started uni, I am able to socialize and blend in more. I also got opportunities to work on research as an undergraduate student through the help of my professors, which is something I always wanted. I am very happy for the opportunity, so I then eventually try to put on more and more load and put myself on a higher standard since I want to achieve more, and also I don't want to disappoint my mentors. Likewise, I also attempt to overachieve in general. I had to keep up my extremely high GPA, be the president of clubs, attend and host all of the extracurricular activities, create utility projects that are used by the school community. I just want to be a star, to be famous, well known, loved by everyone. Towards my final year, I had plunged myself deep into a spiral where I fixated on outputting good results for my capstone project, perfect grades on courses, creating stunning coding projects, and also gym 3 times a week. At the same time, I ego applied to only the top school in my region and only with PhD direct entry, which I later learned is not possible. The rejection from PhD, coupled with my mental deterioration, anxiety, and low fat percentage from calorie cutting, essentially caused a morbid mental health crisis. I broke down crying. I cannot think straight. I just want to survive. I am sort of in a timeout stage of a boss level with the very last deadline being the end of the clock. After surviving the final burst, though, it did not get any better. Then, as I has been rejected from direct entry, I had to take a gap year to reapply to masters, as well as work on more experiences. Since I was rejected socially when I was small, I just had this desire to be popular and famous. I see that due to my Tourette's, I cannot be a pop idol or a sports or esports player. So I'm thinking of the only last cool job as deemed by a Zero's kid is to be a model. Although I do know for a fact that that requires connection and astrological luck if you don't have the right connections as well. Well, with how advanced AI art is now, it will eventually be a dead job anyways. Even if I can get all the opportunities, all the stars align right now for me, it would not have given me the career I wanted anyways. So really, this topic in of itself is just a metaphorical punching bag for me to rant. So I don't have the opportunities to be propped up as a pop idol or superstar starting when I was 12. Right, so boohoo, world's unfair. Sky is blue, water is wet. I can't afford to acquire an entire record company to make me an Asian pop idol right here and now. But can I at least feel like one by having fun with my friends? Well, that's what YouTube is for, I guess. Now, being world famous is hard, but can I at least try being mini famous? At least I can try being a thought on OnlyFans selling slightly suggestive pics. After all, I worked so hard in the gym for this or something. Or maybe I can be a clown pulling public stunts, making a fool of myself. My family are very against it, of course, and even as I was mentioning it as a suggestion, an argument ensued. Something, something. If you want to be famous, you should work hard in science and be revered in your field. Or something like, if you want to be a clown on TikTok, get out of our house. Alright then. Now I'm even more depressed. Am I born with the attention-seeking narcissistic behavior in me, or was it caused by just being a social reject when I was small? I had no idea. But every day, I'm having more and more of a mental health crisis and becoming more depressed, and no one is helping or can really help. And sometimes, all I want to is to feel like I'm normal. The mental bleeding won't stop. I can never be perfect. I can't even be good enough. Will I end myself? I don't know. Well, in the end, I ended with a gold medal for the highest GPA in my faculty, many leadership experience, and multiple research and software dev projects in my portfolio. I have also had great interviews for my master's admission recently, so at least I am getting somewhere for now. So here we are. If you stay here until now, thank you so much for listening to my ranting. I very much appreciate it. Now that those are being settled, I can finally enjoy my gap year. I made it my New Year's goal and theme to make more YouTube videos. So yeah, I'll be back on making my regular deep fried coding science videos soon. Stay tuned!